Yo.
Yo.
What's happening, everybody?
What's going on?
Welcome to week 121.
Damn.
Actually, it's not 121. It's like episode 121, but not week 121. I can actually look up and see.
Because how many? We've been doing it for, what's 52 plus 52? 104.
Yeah, 104.
104.
But
and then some.
Yeah, and then some. So we got a lot. Anyway, I don't know how we got into this. But
you said welcome to week 121.
Yeah. But it is Pride Month here in Chicago, y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
And you probably know this from listening, but you know, I'm gonna ask this trivia question.
Okay. Let's hear it.
This is a layup. Name the first city in the first city in the United States to have a gay village in America.
Should I answer now, or am I answering after the quick intro?
Let's answer after the intro. All you old heads and all you new heads, y'all should easily get this one.
For real.
77 Flavors of Chicago. Let's get it.
It's Sarah.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. The answer is Chicago.
You didn't even give me a chance to answer.
No, y'all better get that, man.
He wasn't going to give me that double.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get nobody that opportunity. Welcome. How y'all doing? Welcome to our life again. We appreciate y'all.
It feels like it's been a long week.
Hey, look, honestly, it has felt like a long week.
Yeah, you worked a lot this week.
I did work a lot. You know what I mean? But that's how you get this bread.
That's how I can go to Target every weekend.
Hey, that's
Dario works every weekend.
It's all good. It's all good. Your boy's is out here.
Yeah.
But on the note of thinking and a long week, we found out that we were trending in not one but two countries.
Yeah, buddy.
Yet again, and high up in another country, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so we've been top 100 in the U.S. since we started.
Yeah,
we were top 50 this week in the food category. But tell them what country we were.
Shout out to the people in Norway.
That's so weird.
Yeah, shout out to Norway for representing the Chicago podcast and charting very well. We charted number 12 on their food category.
They must not have a lot of food podcasts.
they must be, the fish up there must be extra cold. But then we were number, 172? Oh, no, 72. Number 72 in the arts category in Norway.
Wow.
So, hey, what's going on in Norway? Actually, we probably know why.
Yeah.
You know, we met a couple up in...
And it's just the two of them. They listen.
They must be listening, you know, like...
Really hard.
Really hard.
No,
like,
because if it was just the two of them, that means we probably have, like, in total, 5 listeners.
Hey.
If they hold... No, but, like...
It's all
how
good.
many people would have to listen for you to rank?
That I don't even know. I don't even know. To rank in 2 categories. So... but shout out to the people here in America. We love y'all too.
Thanks for keeping us top 100.
Yeah, right. Y'all holding us down.
If there was a Billboard 100, we'd be on it. We'd
be
on that bitch.
That's a fact. Y'all holding us down. Y'all are holding us down, and we love it. But
no production company,
no
backing,
nothing.
Nobody doing shit.
Just out here, we vibing.
Yeah,
just vibing.
Just us and our little crew of listeners.
Yeah.
Our day oneers.
But like we said, this is Pride Month here in Chicago.
Yeah, happy Pride.
Hey, everywhere, right. And the reason,
well, actually, different cities celebrate Pride.
Yeah, Texas ain't celebrating. No.
Yeah, well,
Florida ain't. Florida ain't doing that.
What's the opposite?
Yeah, right.
Disappointment.
Yeah, disappointment. That's horrible. That's horrible.
All the hater parents.
You know what I'm saying?
Florida.
Texas and Florida, y'all should be Florida
really needs.
Florida really is tripping. Yeah, I mean, like they tripping.
Yeah, this is not a political podcast.
No, this ain't got nothing to do with politics.
It does not. It's human.
That shit is dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is stupid. You are stupid if you believe if you support DeSantis, you're dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's political.
I mean, if you align yourself with his beliefs, you're stupid.
Yeah, for real. Like,
you know, I heard a new theory today.
What?
Conspiracy theory.
What?
So flat earthers believe that the trees that we have today are miniature-sized trees, and the true trees that once existed are like giant trees, and their proof are plateaus. That those are actually tree stumps.
That's not real. This is not real.
I mean, it's obviously not real, but that's what they believe.
You didn't hear that.
No, I swear.
I'm
I'm gonna find the theory for you and show it to you after we're done recording.
That can't be real. There's just that don't even make sense.
No one's that stupid.
Nobody. No. Even people that troll are not. No, they're pretty stupid.
They believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah, but like to come up with that goofy ass like that. That's the proof that you want to use that the Earth is flat. like that's
plateau.
A plateau, and that's a tree stump.
I'm not even joking. That's what they believe.
Yeah, that's
people,
different.
Weird people out here.
It's a very, very, to say the least, y'all. I'm trying to think of y'all. I got a new lens. I got a new lens. Yeah, I got a new lens.
It's a special lens.
It's a special. This is one I've been asking for, and I got it just in time for my first ever wedding shoot.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. How was that?
It was absolutely fun. I went into it a little nervous. I did. I killed it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
You fucked it up.
I did, but I was nervous going to it, and I don't get too nervous, y'all. If anybody know me,
they know.
Yeah,
they've been listening. If you've never listened to this podcast, welcome. But if you listen, Dario does not.
No, I don't get nervous, except when you throw parsley my way.
Wow, you're just a hater.
All right, anyway, enough of that. But I had fun. I had fun on it. It was about an hour away. I had everything I needed, all the practice I had.
Yeah,
that shit was fun.
Y'all, you can book Dario to photograph your Chicago and Chicagoland area.
You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be dope?
DarioDurham.com, baby.
Holla at your boy. And wouldn't it be dope to have 77 flavors and you build it too?
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, it would just be Dario. I won't be there, but. A special request, I might be. Throw in extra $100. Bitch might show up.
We'll make anything and she'll narrate the whole shit.
I'll MC your wedding.
And look at this picture being taken right now. That's fire.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact about Chicago. Dario's from it. Carrying on.
That's the only fun fact.
That's the only fun fact that you're gonna get on if you book both of us.
Yeah. Dario can shoot your wedding and I'll MC it.
Completely different vibe when you see us. Completely different vibe. But also, shout out to CityCast Chicago. We were on. That's another thing we did this week. Shout out to them for always having those. Kobe and Simone and all them over there, man. Yeah, they're dope ass people. Actually, Sarah didn't make this one, but I did not. I held down the fort. Gave us some recommendations.
Y'all, send this podcast to someone so we can make money because I'm sick of working my job.
Yeah. I'm sick of Sarah working that job. Like, we trying. That's why your boy out here hustling these pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to do something. I'm hustling video. You know what I mean? It's only a few more things you can hustle after that.
Dario's also selling his feet picture.
Hey, look, you know what I mean? Look, we had some people that rocked with it when we had that feet stuff going.
That's disgusting.
It's not disgusting. Hey, look, here's the thing. I don't want to say this, but I cut my toenails. I cut my toenails, but probably not to how y'all like them, because they don't grow wild. My toenails don't grow; they grow sharp.
You don't care how you might not cut the entire toenail. You'll just cut the sharp part.
Yeah. I also only cut the 4 small toes. I don't cut the 2 big toes. I cut them later. You cut them later. I do. I don't cut them at the same time.
What?
I don't.
Why?
Because I feel like the big toe is the most gripful toe, aside from the pinky toe. So,
gripful.
Yeah, gripful.
What?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
No one knows what you mean.
Anyway, I'm about to start hustling these feet pictures so y'all see what I'm talking. Y'all need some. Clearly, y'all don't know.
Y'all want to see Dario's raggedy toenails.
My shit ain't that raggedy. They're just sharp.
You just said you don't cut your big toenails because they're gripful.
I promise you.
You could have said grippy.
I promise you. I promise you. I feel like my feet pics would go crazy just off the strength of us talking about it. That's it. That's it. Maybe we get one hot month of Patreon. You never know.
Should we start a Patreon just for Dario? Because we don't want to go. We don't want to go OnlyFans because then he might go into other.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
We don't upper thigh photos.
No, yeah.
He might hit you.
Season.
He got some little booty shorts going on that he could.
Hey, come on now, y'all.
We need to put you on Feet Finder.
I think that's a perfect segue into today's topic.
Yeah. Feet Finder.
It was the booty shorts. Yeah. Let's talk about that. It's Pride Month, y'all.
Yeah. Are you baiting?
No. No, I'm not baiting it. But if that's a hustle, if that'll get you off the job. Wow. Anyway, y'all, look, this we are off the rails here. No. 10 minutes in, here's a perfect tangent. But it is Pride Month, and in all honesty, Chicago is probably, this is very biased. This is very biased, but I think Chicago is probably the most progressive in the sense of
in the country.
I would say.
No. You got the West Coast.
Who's
West
more?
Coast go hard. Seattle. You got San Diego.
Chicago
San
pretty
Francisco.
tough. They didn't have the first gay village.
Yeah, but like outside of Chicago.
No, well, you can't count they outside. You mean like if you count us versus them, it's 2.7 million to what Seattle got? 500,000?
No.
How many people Seattle got? So I'm sorry. And Seattle was one of our top lists. I ain't trying to bash y'all. I'm just saying. But I got to run y'all card. How many people
in Seattle?
Seattle population 2023. Let's see. Beautiful thing. Damn. No.
How many?
No, this ain't right. That's the metropolitan area. It said 3.5. All right, where's the city at? Where's the city population? Well, I was not off. I said 500,000. They got 725,000. So that's
how many people in the city of Chicago?
2.7. So we got 2 million more people than them. Yeah. So we the biggest.
But out of the 2.7 million here, how many people do you think identify as queer?
I mean, that's a good ass question.
Let's say
that's a good question.
500,000 people. I think more. Some of them just are in denial. But let's say 500,000.
500,000 people out of 2.7.
Everybody's a little.
No,
you just gotta.
No. I wear knee shorts high above the knee, but your boys, no, I'm not. But I mean, like, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
How large is?
I think you know what I was watching.
I'm too damn competitive.
I was watching this show the other day, and I don't know if you guys have not heard of couples therapy on Showtime. Go ahead and watch it because it's actually very interesting because it's real couples going through couples therapy. But one of the couples was really interesting to me because it was a Palestinian woman and her partner who is half Lebanese, half white, I believe. And she was like they're both navigating life as like gay women. And the therapist that was like in session with them was talking about how interesting it is to her that like the younger generation, which is, maybe some millennials, but mostly Gen Zers, are really trying to like explore like a way of life that is a lot more free. And a lot of them do identify as queer. So like as that population grows, the younger you are, the more open you are to these things. So it was like, it kind of like shocked me that there was a Palestinian person on TV saying that they're gay. Cause like, if you know anything about being gay in the Middle East, you're not. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like you're not publicly gay in the Middle East. So
that
was different. That was interesting.
So, that is interesting, but I checked out, and I looked up just now as you were speaking there.
As I wasn't listening.
No, I was listening. I was listening. But how many people in Chicago identify as LGBTQ? 146,000 Chicagoans. And that was as of 2018. So we got a lot of time. Yeah, we got a lot of time in between.
Think of how many people have turned 18 since then and have, you know what I mean? Like, is this like a census thing? Or I don't know how they gather that data.
I don't know how.
I wonder if it's like.
Are you gay? No. Like I don't know.
That would be very interesting.
That would be interesting. Nonetheless,
who's selling our data?
Yeah, right. I have this article here.
It's probably like Facebook.
Yeah, no. This is from the city the government of Chicago. I'm skimming through it, y'all, so I can't really figure. It's from the health. That looks like the health department. Either way, we will have a more definite answer for you in our on our social media sites. We'll get you that answer. But the whole point of today's topic, reason why I got so competitive for is because there need to be these kind of conversations around the community and more understanding and be more open to talk about things like this without people being offended and people offending. You know what I mean?
right,
Like, so,
right.
like anything, when it comes to human relations, we need to understand each other more. So,
Yeah.
today's conversation, you want to tell them what we're talking about?
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of like approach, we wanted to do an episode on Pride, but we didn't want to do an episode where it was like, here's the history of Pride. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we wanted to do it in a way that we kind of, it was like consistent with our platform. So we feel like we do a lot of we don't do a lot of storytelling, but we tell the story of the city here. So we thought when I was kind of when I was looking for a topic to cover, and I kind of looked for a storytelling platform, and so I found Outspoken, which has been around for a little under a decade now, and it's a storytelling showcase where people that are queer or allies will come and tell their stories and their experiences, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's moving, sometimes it's sad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's there's no like limit to how you can feel during those events. So I thought that would be a wonderful story to share of something there's so much great things happening in the city, and especially this is just one cool story that we found. This is not to say that there isn't like other shit that's happening, obviously, we can't cover all of it, so
this is timely. This is our timely.
But no, I mean, like, I meant like specifically in the community, like in the community, there's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of wonderful things. This is just one that we liked, and it doesn't mean that we don't like other things. So this is my disclaimer, is like, just because
she's trying to keep the people off of,
I'm
trying to keep off of you.
I feel like every time we talk about a community that is marginalized, it's really hard because
it's a lot of marginalized, right.
And so, like, as an I never want to like for anyone to feel excluded or offended or anything like that. So I thought this would be a great story to cover, because it is, anyone can go and perform. If you identify in any way, you can go and you can perform, no matter your ethnicity, no matter what gender you identify as, no matter, like, you know what I mean? So they're very inclusive, and I thought that I aligned with that message, and so I thought it would be a cool story to hear. So here it is.
Without further ado, Archie, take it out.
Do you go Archie? Mm-hmm. Archie. Okay, cool. You spell your name without an IE?
Yeah, I spell it with a Y. Yeah.
Do you?
Yes, it's a family trait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're someone's. Is it someone's namesake, or you're someone?
My sister's Annie, and my sister and I, we just agreed when we were like 7 or 8 that we were gonna drop the IEs from our name and put a Y, and it was. That's the closest we've ever been as siblings.
And you've never spoken to her since.
We don't talk anymore. But.
That's funny. That's funny.
I love that. Okay, Archie, well, tell us what you do. So you're with Outspoken.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm the curator of Outspoken. So basically what we do is every month we have 6 LGBTQ storytellers, or they might be allies, come up and share an 8 to 10 minute personal story from their life. Sometimes people kind of do their life story kind of smashed in together, but or it's like, one event from their life kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
are there let's talk about you. How long have you been at Outspoken?
I've been at Outspoken, I want to guess from 2015 is when David Fink asked me to be a curator. And before that, I just got into storytelling in like 2014.
Okay.
So I was like kind of going around doing The Moth and doing You're Being Ridiculous, all these like storytelling shows there in Chicago, Story Jam.
A ton of them.
Yeah, a lot. And then one day he asked me to do this, and I was like, seems pretty cool. And the
rest is history.
Do you get to listen to people's stories before they perform them, and then you're like, your life story sucks?
90% of the time.
I don't want to hear it.
I have this like weird theory about the queers. I'm like, we're all really good at the arts, like secretly, or at least the people who are volunteering to get up and do it, because I wish I could claim that I'm helping people, form these stories from scratch, and like, I'm such a magician, but like 90% of the time I read their story, it's in great shape. clearly they've written something before.
Right.
And then, you know, like sometimes people just have like, okay, I think I have a story about this, or I might have a story about this, and then I might have like a 30-minute Zoom with them and
Yeah.
trying to figure out their story.
Nice.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, some people I end up going through a couple drafts with them, but yeah, like I said, 90% of the time I read a really good draft,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I just have to be like, okay, you're like 2,100 words, but I need you to be 1,600 words. This is how I think you could cut it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
feel free to cut it how you want to cut it and
Right.
resend it to
Yeah.
me. But most of the time, people take my feedback and ideas.
Wow, so that's actually some pretty dope insight, because I've always wondered about these storytelling shows, like what goes into it. So you actually have to check and like you go over it and make sure that it fits like the schedule, so to say, right?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
rhythm of the show.
your life gets busy. Sometimes you
Yeah.
don't get a chance to check everybody's story.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're like, sometimes people will get recommended who have these amazing reputations. And
Right.
I don't want to say like they're dismissive of me, or maybe I'm kind of like intimidated by them. So like, I kind of like give them a little bit of a pass, or I have in the past.
Yeah.
And then they get up and they go way too long,
Oh,
or they're like,
I
it's
hate
like
that.
not.
So you got to control it.
Yeah, so I've come to learn that, like, yes, I need to read your
Yeah.
story. And actually, like, I try to be like, I'm not a very strict person, but
Right,
I'm
right,
trying to
right.
be more strict where I'm like, if you don't give
Structured.
me that draft
Right.
4 days before, I'm gonna kick you off the show.
Yeah.
And you
That's
can
fair.
You
go
have
back
to.
in line.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
you
I
literally
mean, to
have
keep
to.
you got a rhythm that you
Yeah.
need to follow by, and I'm sure. How many people are on the show?
6 people.
Okay,
6
wow.
people. And if somebody goes 18 minutes,
Oh, I can't imagine.
one,
listening
I
to
don't,
one person
you know,
for 18
yes.
minutes.
Dear everyone, you never need to talk for 18 minutes about anything in front of an audience. You're talking too long.
Love it.
So yeah, you know.
that's
Especially
a
if it's
good
not go-
PSA.
it's not going well. Oh my god.
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
the
so
longest
and
18
if that's going
minutes.
on the stage while I'm in the audience, there's like, I'm sweating.
Yeah, right.
I'm
You're
like,
embarrassed for
looking
them.
at my clock.
Oh, I know how.
One time I had to tell somebody while they're on the stage, like, I need you to get off. And like, they were like eulogizing their dead friend, but it had just gone on for
awkward.
so long.
Oh,
Yeah, so
God.
awkward. So
Yeah.
I think that after that occasion, I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
Is there no light system?
I mean,
That's said enough.
I tried to flash the light in their face, but
Nothing.
sometimes people, you look, the time goes by so fast
Yeah.
or when
Yeah.
you're up there, and especially if people are laughing and engaged, it does feel like, oh, I should keep going.
Right.
Time's just disappearing, and they don't see my light, and
Right.
you know, it's
Right.
not.
That's wild.
You know, and it's a lot
you
of
guys
people.
have so much in common
Yeah.
when it comes
Oh.
to that, because he's
yeah.
also a producer, and that's
Oh
the
God.
same. The same. shit.
Running the
and
light. is-
sometimes the people in charge of me are like in my ear, like,
Yeah.
did you know how long they've been up there?
You're like, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to run up there.
Yeah.
Sometimes
They
they
need
want
they
you to.
need like Oscars music
Yeah.
that just starts
Yeah,
playing over you.
yeah.
That would be amazing.
One question I had, because you said it earlier, and I didn't know this, but like it's anybody can get up there and tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it? Yeah, I don't know. It's like an open forum for whatever they say, but is it kind of? Do most people come up there and theme it towards how they are an ally, or people they may know, or how does it?
Yeah, if you're an ally, then you specifically have to tell an ally story.
Got you. Okay.
And then any story that anybody does, the theme is it's somehow connected to your experience as a queer person or an LGBTQ person.
Yeah, how you
So,
link together
yeah.
with it.
But I mean, that's so open to interpretation,
Right.
and the connection doesn't have to be that tight.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not like we want 5 coming out stories
Right.
each
Right.
night. So there's always room for the coming out story.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what most people probably would feel most comfortable doing in a setting like that. It was funny. So I have, as a comedian, I have a story about a gay friend of mine who I call him a friend, but he worked at the Express on Michigan Avenue, and I would only go to him to get my clothes. And he was like so loud every time we walked in the store on purpose loud, because like I'm extra, I'm super extra, like so us together was just like the dynamic. I would even go in there to the point where I'm just like, where's my boy at? I think his name was Rob or Brian or something like that. I can't remember his name, but where is he at? He would come out of the back on lunch break, and I'm like, I didn't know you were on lunch, man. Just go back, and then he'd make a scene. No, you not dressing him. You not. I'm like, this is. So I would the
Yeah,
first
he
time.
was an ally to the straight community.
Oh yeah.
He was like, I need to fix this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm all on board, man. Like that was just one fun example. You know what I mean? Like that's just my first time working on Michigan Avenue. So like I loved it. I wish I could meet that that dude again. I wish I could meet him.
We need to get him on Outspoken.
Oh
to,
my God!
like, tell how he saved you.
He would be the one to blow the light. I'm sure.
okay.
I'm sure. But continuing. So, Outspoken. It's how often does this run? Like, you know.
Once a month, which is
once a month.
a lot of stories to get through.
Yeah.
But I think you're saying, like, can anyone do Outspoken?
right,
and
right.
like, yeah, anyone. We sign up most people from the show,
Right.
and like most people have never done a storytelling thing, but everybody's got at least like one story to share. And then what's cool is like, there's been people from the audience now that have written like 3 or 4 stories, so they're kind of like
Wow.
Outspoken regulars,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I was gonna ask,
I'm
are there
like,
people that
yeah.
will like frequent the shows?
I bet you.
oh yeah, we have the audience definitely. There's definitely people that
Yeah.
come every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you like that's such a good forum, and this kind of leads into my next question. It's a good forum for people to like just like air it out once a month and just like let it go, right?
And you get to be
There-
like creative.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's an art passion, really.
There's something about that room that I think it has to do with, well, this one storyteller named Jaime, he shared this really vulnerable story maybe like 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. And
Or
it was-
7 or 8.
or 7 or 8, I don't
2015,
know.
we don't remember.
But it was about like a sexual assault, and I don't think we had a story about a sexual assault before.
Right.
And the room like just gave him so much love, and then I noticed after he did his story, other people were coming up to give that vulnerable trauma story, and then getting so much love in that room. So that room has just become like, get up. And like, you know, you're going to get love for no matter what you're going to share. And that's
love that.
truly the magic of the show and Outspoken. It's something that I don't exactly know how it happened. It might be just something that our community needed, and it found the space to grow. But
Well, you know, I feel like that's like a perfect microcosm to like how human beings work, right? You know, like we take this the community, the gay community, right? And, you know, a lot of people want to put that in one corner, right? But at the end of the day, we're people, you know what I mean? We're people, and we all have trouble coming out saying whatever is on our mind. And so like, you seem like you created or it's formed into this place where people can, oh, they just talking, let me get up there and talk. And you have the fun part of it is you have to connect being an ally if you are an ally, or you have to connect your personal story if you are part of the community. So it's kind of like a duality of things, therapy in a sense.
It is well, writing your story, one, is therapeutic. I had this storyteller, Francisco. He has a story about getting a DUI, and he was like the child of immigrants, the first one to get his master's in his family, and he had like so much shame about this incident. He'd never
talked about it
or expressed it. And then he and a couple of his friends actually came to my house and did workshops for a couple of weeks to write the story out, and like it ended up being so cathartic for him. And like now he has his driver's license he went to get his driver's license like the week before he actually shared his story at Outspoken, so he had his like driver's license to put up in the air.
Oh,
and
that's
like
perfect.
it was I get feels even thinking about it.
That's so I kind of being a producer, I try to create those kind of vibes, good vibes, you know, when on my shows, because like that's what it's all about. Well,
it's like memorable for everyone.
It's memorable. You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to be remembered, right, in a good way, and then just to air it out. So that's very dope.
It's totally true that people in the audience see them do that, and they're like, I have this thing that I've wanted to talk about. Let me get up there.
And I'm sure it's a lot of stories that personally you think about, like, and you be like, while you're sitting there, you're like, well, that happened to me. Look, here's my version of the same story. You know what I mean? And it might be the same story, you know, on a rough edge, but like when you dive into it, everybody's experience is different. So I can only imagine like the crowd, you know, jumping in and being like, hey, look, how do I sign up for this? I wanna do that. That's pretty dope.
I shared my breakup story. I was with my ex for like 8 years, we're engaged, and I shared my story. And to me, it was like, oh God, my ex is crazy. All these crazy things like we did that happened to me, you know, they're so specific. And then so many guys in the audience afterwards would be like, yep, been there. I learned that. Like it was so relatable, even though to me it was like, you broke up during a pandemic because your ex wanted to throw a party during it? To me it felt so specific.
That's I was gonna say that's so true because we all feel like we're going through an individual experience that like we're isolated, and it's partly the way our society has been built. You're meant to be like an individual person by yourself, but you know, like you said, humans need that community. So like you've built a space where people feel like there's someone that's going through something, even if it's like slightly similar, or maybe not even at all, but like people understand how you're feeling. Is like such a special and important piece to like any group.
I think storytelling kind of like filled the gap that church
Yeah.
left in
Right.
in our like
Literally.
society.
Yeah.
Man, I was
That's-
just about to
yeah.
ask my next question, but continue if you.
I just think people don't have that community space. Not
Right.
everyone has that community space anymore to like
Yeah.
confess what's wrong with their life and to hear inspirational things from other
Yeah.
people.
Right.
And like that's why storytelling is taken off because we don't have that place anymore.
Right. Yeah. There is no form for actual storytelling anymore. And we shame people now the moment you do tell a story because everybody got a damn opinion. You know, like everybody got a stupid opinion about the way they think things should go. And so we've taken that away from humanity, right? And so like something like this, it gives it back. You know what I mean? It just gives it back. My question was, and you kind of answered it. It started right now, but how do you feel like when you are up there hosting these and you have people come through with these stories, and do you take that back home? Are some of them too heavy? Where you like, man, like, or
How do you process?
How do you process something like this? This seems big, man.
I don't think any story ever makes me feel like, oh, it's too heavy. I shouldn't be doing this. Like, this is too much for me to like help people with or like be witness to.
Right.
I don't feel that way.
I guess like in terms of empathy, like for me,
Yeah,
if I hear someone's going through like something really rough, I feel a sense of like exactly how they're feeling, like just not too empathetic.
Yeah.
That's not.
Right. Yeah.
That's not.
I
but,
mean,
like,
I definitely cry
it's-
at Outspoken.
Right.
Not every time, but like many times.
Yeah.
Oh God, you know, it makes me think of my friend Elizabeth Gomez. She gets up there and she tells these stories that are so gut wrenching. Like she's told a story about like domestic abuse and like she vividly paints like when what's happening to her while she's being abused, and like at the end I would be like, oh my God, why do I make you get up here and share this story?
Right.
But the end of the day, or at the end of the show, she is more healed.
Yeah, right.
You know, like she's gotten so much love from different members in the audience. She's cried with people in the audience, hugged. I mean, not every interaction you have after a storytelling show is what you want to hear back.
Right.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
But I think overall, when those heavy stories come, I feel more so like, oh, this is kind of like my purpose now. There's a reason I'm curating this show, and you know, I must have some personality traits that help people along with this or something.
That's a lot. I mean, that's tough to do for a host, you know, and a producer to create an environment where people feel good.
Well, luckily we have like we have a team at Outspoken, and so actually I don't have to host. Sometimes I host, but Art Johnson is our host, and Anna Deshawn is our host, and then I have David Fink, who is you know Anna Deshawn, I'm sure. David Fink is like the artistic director, so if there's someone I don't want to talk to, he'll talk to them, you know. So and then Brad, all the people outside work too.
So what do you feel like is the, I don't want to say like where do you see it in 5 years, but like what is the hope for?
I don't think it's ever going to end. I don't want it to end.
It shouldn't.
If anything, it's going to get bigger. We have not only our show at Sidetrack, but we also have one at Skeleton Key Brewing that's out in Woodridge.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like the audience there has this totally different vibe. It's appreciative as well, but you just feel they're like, we need somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, in the city, there's a lot of outlets for places for you to
Mm-hmm.
be creative and perform, but I don't even know where Woodridge is.
It's 20 miles west, which you wouldn't even think is that far.
Yeah, it's far.
It's far enough.
Yeah.
But the political vibe of that area compared to the city is so different.
Right.
Like they have bullets mailed to their library when they want to put a drag show on.
Yeah.
And like even I get like, I'm like, should we have security?
That's
You know, like
It's a shame,
should we
maybe.
have
That's
should we have a
terrifying.
metal detector at the door here? Like
right.
I mean, no one's it just
It's the way
I never think that when I go to Sidetrack,
Right.
but when
Right.
I'm on the burbs,
Yeah.
like we did the Downers Road Pride event, and people were getting harassed as they were coming in. It was on a church parking lot, so luckily it was private property, so that anyone protesting couldn't come on it.
Right.
But there were people like harassing one of the tellers on their way in.
It's just, I don't know.
yeah.
You know, like we can sit here and say like you're shocked that it's like, but
not
it's just,
really
it's the way the world is, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Like,
It's shocking that it's so close.
Right.
Yes,
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we forget that the state is blue because of
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
anything outside of Chicago
Yeah.
is not the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
sometimes. But yeah, that's really scary. And like for people to still want to go out and tell their stories is just so wonderful to like be able to have that time. But
there's a
that's
need for it.
terrifying.
There's a want for it. That's what that's telling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we know this, but like it's a need and a want for it. And again, for mental health purposes, you know what I mean? Just in general, you know, people coming out. It's hard to do. It's hard to get people to tell stories and just talk about
Oh
anything.
my gosh. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because I say like, see, once you see someone doing it, you want to do it too. I struggle. I'm speaking to all the Asian gays. Please come share a story at Outspoken. Because like I had this guy in my workshop, I think he was Chinese, and we worked on the story. His story was great, and I was like, wonderful, now you're going to get up and share it on Outspoken. He was like, no, it's just for me.
Do you
wow.
feel like certain demographics tend to attend more and share more?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Is it white people
What
love to talk about
the
themselves?
white alpha gays
white
are
alpha
always ready,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
got great stories.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's many.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it also comes from like the fact that as minorities, a lot of us might be queer, but we just don't feel comfortable. One, it's scary to like maybe my friends know, but I'm not going to go and let the public know. That is a terrifying
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't want to put anything on the white gays. I don't want to
No,
get
no,
into
no.
that. It is like our
especially if you're a child of an immigrant family,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or if you're first generation, maybe you're not even first generation, maybe like you also immigrated here. So
Well,
a lot of
socioeconomics still
Right.
play a role in it. At the end of the day, it's still a race
Right.
issue
Right.
in
I
everything
mean,
we do, right?
Yeah.
I've had tellers who were minorities who were comfortable doing the show, but then when it came to advertising,
Right,
like,
they don't
can
want
you
to.
not have my picture on? And it,
I'd imagine.
yeah,
right.
so it is
I mean,
harder.
where I come from, if you're gay, you get killed. Like
Yeah.
plain as that. Like you just go to jail or you get killed, and there's no like. So like as someone that's Arab that's here, that's outwardly like has come out, is such a brave thing, because if anyone, if, you know, I don't want to say if a lot of people from that community find out, or someone finds out that they don't want them to find out, they risking their life by
Yeah,
doing that.
it's-
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
unfortunate, but that's
It's crazy because like I was going to ask that question, the same question too, about the minorities. How do you? Because that's a conversation in itself. You know what I mean? Like, how do you navigate like with people that say I don't want my flyer, my face on the flyer? You still got to advertise. You know?
I think in that situation we had to put gender queer
Gotcha.
as a thing instead of
Yeah.
we had to specify like they were in what way they were part of the, like they were not gay.
Yeah,
Right,
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 okay,
right.
basically, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
right.
basically.
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if anyone does see it, they're not like,
Oh, you're just on the show.
tagged.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
exactly.
That's so interesting.
that-
That's I appreciate that flexibility in like your advertising too, because
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's just getting as many minorities on there as I
Yeah.
can. Like we have a 4-to-2 rule. Like I could have 4 white, male or female, right? But I need 2 people of
Yeah.
color every month.
Right.
That's like kind of and or more. You
Right,
know?
right, yeah. That's just
But-
the basis.
Yeah. So
Dope. Hey,
any way I
that.
can make
Yeah.
people feel comfortable, we're gonna do.
yeah, I love that.
I had a question. This is about storytelling, the rules of the storytelling. Could you make it? I'm a comedian, right? So I'm a comedian. Could I come up there and I don't want to do a set necessarily, but could I have? I can tell a monologue and I can tell it in a story fashion, but have it be funny. Do you all accept that kind
Yes,
of
please.
story? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, humor
Yeah.
at Sidetrack
Okay.
is. I always tell them humor's gonna always work the best.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even if your story is traumatic. I mean, not make it
There's-
funny,
I
but
mean,
like if there's a
Yeah.
moment to breathe with
Right.
laughter,
Yes.
it's gonna
Yes.
work really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. This sounds fun. Like
I mean,
just
my
get up there-
stories are joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I mean,
good.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that feels good. Because like that's what I would get up there. I would have a point to it, but like I would just like to have. I like to have fun in of situations that are typically tougher talk about. That's what I do as a comedian. Plus, at Sidetrack, I got epically drunk one day.
Did you?
Yeah, oh my goodness! It was margaritas there. I forgot it was me and my improv troupe. We went out. Your mom's friends from church. We went out and we wanted to celebrate. I can't remember what we were celebrating. I don't know if we were just hanging out or what have you. But we went to Sidetrack. We were actually bar hopping from Wrigley all the way down. We made our way to Sidetrack. Drunk. They had the margarita kettle one was there, and they were doing margaritas and let you make your own margarita. You just tell them what you want to put in there. Trouble. Wild. Absolutely wild. Like, absolutely wild.
That's wild.
Like all I remember is we left there and we said, let's keep on going, and we ended up in West Town.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How?
Well, a vodka margarita will
right.
take you there.
Oh my God.
A Kettle One margarita and take you to West
We
Town.
were everywhere.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Wild. I was gonna say, how can people support you? Where
Yes.
can they follow?
Outspoken, you can follow on Facebook, or you can go to Sidetrack's
Page,
Instagram. You can follow my Instagram, Archie Jam. I always
Yeah,
put
plug that,
everything
yeah.
ARCHYJAM. On Instagram, I always post everything that Outspoken does
Dope.
and any kind of storytelling or
And
comedy.
if
that I do.
anyone wants to perform,
Right.
how can they reach out and
Me taking
submit their
notes
work?
here.
You can DM me at that Instagram. You can email info at, I don't know what it is.
It's the
info
email
at-
that I emailed. So
Yeah. You can come to a show and just sign up. It's the first question I ask people when they want to do the show is like, have you seen the show? You know,
Gotcha.
because, you want to you got to
Yeah.
see what the atmosphere
it'd
is.
be
Right,
Help
right.
you find that story
Yeah.
for the show.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think that a day trip. Let's take a trip.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
take a
yeah,
trip.
yeah.
So when is your next show?
July 11th
Awesome. And it's at Sidetrack.
at Sidetrack. Doors at 6, shows at 7.
And
And then August is our 9th. See, I'm so good with numbers.
Yeah.
9th or 10th anniversary. I don't know.
or 7.
Or 7th. Or 1st.
Somewhere.
Maybe it's only
Yeah.
been a year.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. And people can buy tickets through.
No, it's free.
Oh, okay.
oh,
It's
even
free.
better.
Just come on in.
Chicago.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on out. Yeah, a free show.
People drink enough there, they make
Yeah,
money
right.
off
They
that
make the
show.
money. Yeah,
They're good. We're
boy,
good.
Sidetrack,
Yeah.
boy. That's gonna be a relationship
Yeah.
to be in, boy. Y'all got me drunk, Sidetrack. It's the Kettle One.
Anything else that we didn't mention that you'd like to mention before we close out?
Happy Pride. That's, no.
I'm,
Right
I'm
on.
looking there like that's my
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, right.
That's my
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. Happy Pride, man.
Awesome.
Archie, we appreciate you. Thank you
Cool.
for being
Thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much.
Awesome. This was so much fun.
Oh, fantastic. We'll have you back.
All right, we are back.
Yay.
That was a good conversation.
That was a fantastic
Yeah,
conversation.
Archie's awesome.
Archie's really dope.
We cannot wait to go to a show.
Yeah.
Girl might get up there and perform. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I got conversations.
Yeah.
I got conversations, got stories to tell, and I feel like I'm a pretty damn
Same.
good storyteller.
Same. Yeah. Yeah, and I've always been like terrified of that, but maybe none of my family listens to this podcast, so there's no fear there. But
Yeah, let's we're chopping up. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the food.
Yeah.
Today we are in Andersonville,
Okay.
Edgewater.
Edgewater,
right?
yeah.
Edgewater.
Yeah.
Edgewater. I never can say it as Edgewater. I always have to use an Australian accent
Yeah.
when I say it. But we picked this restaurant. It's new, but not really new. So Sfera existed as a booth in the food markets. So you could find it at most farmers markets, not food markets, sorry.
Yeah.
Farmers markets. They did participate in a lot of like other markets, but farmers markets was their thing. And so they were super, super popular. Like people would line around the market just waiting for their arancini balls. And so
Well, that was that. They should have had a store off of that a long time ago.
I know.
Just
I
off
know.
that
but,
alone.
But moving from something that's like once or twice a week to like a full-time brick and mortar is scary.
Yeah.
So they recently, a few months ago, opened up their brick and mortar in Edgewater. And if you don't know, Sfera is LGBTQ owned. And so if you do align with that and want to support that, please go and support them.
Even if you don't,
Even
the
if
food
you
is
don't,
good.
the food is fire and you're a hater. But yeah, so I love their story. The owner is absolutely wonderful. And we just had to check it out. And it's Sicilian street food.
Yes. Yes.
So if you haven't listened in like 6 months, we just came back from Italy. We unfortunately did not go to Sicily, but we went
It's close enough. Shit, close enough.
Yeah, and it fueled my obsession with lemons.
Yeah.
Which is real.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
obsessed with
Yeah, you
lemon
like lemons a
patterns.
lot.
I'm obsessed with lemon flavor. I want to talk about lemons all the time. Yellow is my favorite color. And when I walked up to Sfera and I saw the beautiful decals of lemons on their window, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like very Sicilian, like blue tile, bright colors, yellow chairs. It's so pretty. What did
Yeah.
you think?
I mean, I thought it does a great job of kind of replicating an Italian vibe.
Yeah.
And now
In
I
a
have
chill way.
Yeah, and I have that perspective because we just went. And a lot of places, you know, you kind of say, hey, look, this is they replicating that vibe. Safari does a really good job of creating a small type like Sicilian Italian style restaurant.
It's
It's
adorable.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. Menus up high.
Yeah.
It's colorful in there.
You can also actually buy some like pantry staples in there. They have
Yeah.
some pastas, they have some sauces,
Yeah.
some stuff like that. So, I'm sure that's not like their main thing, but if you wanted to, you can.
Yeah.
It's really cute in there.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job
Yeah.
of that. So,
Let's talk about what we ate.
let's get into it. We got the arancini balls, and they have
what?
that arancini. They
Yeah,
have
there
they have the pronunciation on their website.
Do they?
Yep, in parentheses, and it's
Aran-
arancini. That's how they have it,
Arancini.
but say it fast,
I keep
arancini.
saying arancini.
Yeah, that
Arancini.
was me. That was your boy.
No, me. I keep saying that.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh,
Shit.
twins.
Yeah, but those let's talk about those balls.
Yeah. So if you have listened to or have watched any of our Italy vlogs, in Rome we had supli, which is the
Very
Roman
similar.
version of a Sicilian arancini.
Had no clue.
And it's almost like egg shaped. It's longer. It's not a round ball, but it's the same thing. It's fried risotto with some form of stuffing.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. Arancini is a fried risotto with some sort of stuffing. We got the classico, which is a beef ragu.
Yep.
We got the wild garlic, which is ricotta with sprouted garlic and mozzarella.
Yeah.
And we had the San Giuseppe, which was red peppers, smoked paprika, garlic, spinach, and cheese. It was served with marinara.
Man, look, the Classico.
Oh my God. That one was really good.
Yeah, that Classico is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It is very filling. The flavors are amazing. I got to start with the outside, the crust of it.
Yeah.
Is just
So crispy.
to perfection. I mean, like I don't know how they do this and how they get it so crunchy, but yet
Twice fried.
Yeah, right. The golden color is
Yeah.
even sick. Like it is
So good.
man. But then you get into the sauce and the meat inside and the the
I bet you
cheeses.
the ragu is like big,
That-
cooked for 7 hours or something.
That
like, it's
ragu,
crazy.
it's
It's like melted.
nuts.
Like it's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
They
it's,
they went crazy.
Yeah, they really did.
Like they really went crazy. The cheese is on point.
Yeah.
All of them have nice pull. All their food has nice little cheese pull
I
to
know.
it.
They all have mozzarella in them, so
Yes.
you get that like nice cheese pull, and they're honestly filling. So you get
Yeah.
the order is 2, and it's $12 for 2 arancini balls, and it comes with marinara. And I feel like that's a great snack. So I understand how it was so popular at a
Right.
farmer's market, because if you're walking around, they're quick to
Right.
just a quick bite,
Right.
and yeah, I mean they're super flavorful. They're really really good, and
Yeah, it's
I wish I could have 10 more.
yeah. I mean, honestly, 2 of them is filling. I could have probably had 2 more.
I'm not gonna be like stuffed after eating
Yeah,
2, but
yeah.
it's like it's.
But I would have smacked.
good, yeah.
I would have smacked for sure.
Yeah, for
Let me
sure.
tell you, they were good. But then what else do we have?
We had the pizza, the Sicilian style pizza, which is a thick crust pizza, and we got the Chicago style, which is crumbled Italian sausage, green peppers, sauteed garlic mushrooms, marinara, and Wisconsin mozzarella,
Yeah.
topped with pecorino breadcrumbs.
I'm gonna say some reckless shit, but I'm gonna preface it first. Y'all, just because it's not a name that y'all know, doesn't mean that it's not one of the best. Okay, that's all I'm gonna preface with. And I'm gonna say this pizza is one of the best pizzas in Chicago.
It's really good.
It is absolutely good. I'm talking from a taste to a technical point.
Yeah.
Like everything about this, it looks good.
Yep.
It is a nice size.
Yep.
Cooked very, very well.
Yeah.
The flavors are just amazing. And then the crumble on the top of it, there's nothing
I
like
really
it.
thought that would throw me off.
Me too.
Because like, why would I want
All that shit all
breadcrumbs
over the
on
place.
my pizza?
Yeah.
But it was really nice texture wise.
Yeah.
Because everything else is like, you know, soft and warm, but the crunch of the breadcrumbs and the crunch of the corners of the pizza slice
Just
were amazing.
amazing.
It reminds me of like a Detroit pan pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that crunched corner.
But better.
But obviously.
But better. Well, two very different things. Because like this.
Right.
they-
The toppings are very different. So
Yeah.
I'm talking more of like how
How
thick
it
it
looks,
is
yeah,
and
yeah.
like how crunchy
Yeah.
crispy the corners are.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's the same, but less greasy.
Very. Way less.
Detroit
greasy.
style, boy.
Detroit style.
they'll
I
kill
can't
you.
eat that
They claw your
often.
shit. I could
Yeah,
smack,
well-
but it's not good for y'all. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, but
Yeah.
but it's it tastes good.
Yeah, so the one, like I said, the one we got is the Chicago style, but they have a mushroom, they have a alla norma, and they have a mozzarella slice. So
I'd
there's
imagine all the
different
rest of
options.
them, flavor wise,
Amazing.
it's just amazing. Just off of that one alone, that's the Chicago style one. It's got everything on it. I picked the mushrooms also. Don't worry about it. I did.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was.
He's still basic.
Yeah, it was good. It was good as
Yeah,
hell.
it was really
and I
good.
stand on it, man. I stand on it. I told the owner, I was like, look, this is one of the best pizzas in the city.
Yeah, for real.
And I to the point where I was like, I want that delivered. Like, let me get a large pizza of it. You know what I mean?
Which they said they do. They just need a heads up.
They need a
that
heads
you're-
up, and
you know,
it's
you have to-
catered.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, shit, who trying to throw a party and cater Safari? You know
For
what I'm saying?
real.
You know, so that's my take on it. I stand on it.
Yeah. The last thing we got that is savory was the sandwich, and it is mortadella, capicola, salami, provolone on their house focaccia, and it has olive giardiniera relish.
Chicago muffaletta, y'all. Chicago style muffaletta.
I would say this was probably my least favorite item on the menu, just because of how good everything else is. The only thing I'm missing from this is another texture. I think like maybe a crunch of a lettuce, or like, you know what I mean? Like
I feel-
something crunchy in it or fresh.
Yeah, but I could see that.
You
I
know
could
what
see
I
that.
mean?
I feel like the only reason why, I mean, this it was third for me too, and
Yeah.
here's for me.
Maybe like arugula in there would be good.
Yeah, reason why it was third to me is because like I feel like if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna go to Sfera, don't do what we did and get all three of
Yeah,
those
for
like
real.
together, because like somebody gonna lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, somebody has to lose.
somebody got to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not to say that it's not good. It's just,
Right.
You know, I feel like our taste buds was all over the place.
Yeah.
We had too many flavors going on.
Yeah, but
you
I
know?
would say like texturally, it's not my
Yes.
favorite, and I
Right.
do have a thing with textures. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I
Yeah, yeah,
like a
that's fair.
variety in so that it's it's something soft, something crunchy, something a little spicy. That's not a texture, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I mean we still ate it. Sure.
yeah, right, Kale. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? like let's not get it
So we
twisted
still
now.
fucked it up.
That shit went down.
Yeah.
Fantastic, y'all.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Not again, big, hearty. So like if
Yeah.
you're going to eat one of these sandwiches,
That's all you need.
that's all you need, and a
So-
drink. Which speaking of which,
ask them to cut it in half.
yeah,
so you
yeah,
can
ask
have-
them because that's gonna be lunch and dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the drink, real quick before we move on to our little dessert that we had, they have homemade
Oh
lemonade.
my god! I regret getting a Pellegrino,
Yo.
which is saying something because I love sparkling water.
Yeah, yes, and this lemonade is one of my favorite lemonades in the city.
Oh my god, it was so good.
On a hot summer day, y'all.
Holy crap!
On a hot summer day,
That shit's delicious.
boy, that's all you need. That's all you need, and it was a decent size.
Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about?
What?
The chili oil,
Oh.
chili and herb oil that
Oh.
we put on the pizza.
Yeah. Oh man, look, I was trying to
Yeah, for
rewind.
real.
They got chili oil, hot
Yeah.
chili oil.
It's
Oh, boy.
infused. It's extra virgin olive oil infused with chilies, Sicilian spices, garlic, and fresh herbs.
Yo.
And like,
Yeah, it is
that's-
amazing.
Get that.
Yeah.
Do not forget that.
Yeah, don't forget it.
It's spicy,
You have
but
to get
get
it. You have to get that because like that
Yeah.
set it off. Granted, you don't need it, but that
I think you need it.
you you need it, but like
need
not in
it.
the sense of you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it don't need it, you need it.
Right.
But yeah, it was fire. But dessert.
Dessert. So we got a raspberry and one raspberry, and lemon cannoli and one pistachio cannoli.
Yeah.
And the two are $10, so $5 each. They're pretty large.
They large.
And they're full.
Yes.
And
yes.
I don't think I've had a cannoli in like the last decade. I don't remember the last time I had a cannoli.
Yeah.
And if I have, it was not memorable. But this one
this is memorable.
was really, really good.
The
lemon raspberry is my favorite. I love pistachio, so I knew I was going to like that one.
Yeah. I was gonna slide by that one too. The pistachio is good. I mean,
really good.
It's very good.
It's
but
really good.
The story here.
Yeah, the lemon raspberry.
Yeah, that lemon raspberry.
It tastes like lemon curd and just fresh, like tangy raspberry.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Those flavors together, I wouldn't think
I'm like
to do that.
salivating.
But it was very good. The crunch of the outside of the cannoli, just
perfect.
It was a nice cookie.
And it's not like too crumbly that it like falls everywhere, but it
right.
crunch, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like a nice cookie.
The thing is, you can't be squeezing it when you biting it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You just can't be squeezing it.
You know, you can't squeeze it and bite it at the same time, y'all.
You can't.
That's what he said. don't do it. Yeah, well, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But no, it was fantastic. I mean, a nice way to top off a pretty heavy meal. You know what I mean?
I mean, heavy because we ordered everything on the menu.
Right,
but you know, you probably wouldn't order everything. We just had to do.
Right.
We had to do it.
We do research. This is work, y'all.
We had to do it.
This is
we
work.
Had to. It's so hard. It's so hard what we do.
This is work.
But yeah, I mean, the service was amazing. The food was amazing. Their outdoor patio is super cute.
Wraps around the building.
Yeah, wraps around the building. I don't think there's too much seating on the inside. There might be one table. So
I don't even think that.
No, there's one table. There's one wooden table, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But most of the seating is outside. So, but yeah, you can take it to go. It's a beautiful, cute little neighborhood. So you can take it and you know, walk yourself around.
Yeah.
Everything is everything you can eat standing up.
Yeah, right. That's very true.
So,
yeah, right.
Like, you don't need to be.
Yeah, right. Because you can walk with the arancini balls.
Yeah.
You can the
walk
pizza,
with the sandwich. Walk with the pizza.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Walk with your little lemonade.
But chill, because you right there. You got all the. You know what you know what I'm starting to like, and not starting, but I have to be more vocal about it. I like the sounds of the city when you sit outside. You know, just to paint the picture for you all. You got. You know, the main street right there. You got Broadway and Ardmore right there on the corner. You got the train noises, you know, and you got, you know, trees around you. So you got birds and, you know, your people.
So
I don't know. To me, that just feels like summertime shot at me, you know.
Real.
And over the 2 years we've been doing this, you know, that's the vibe.
I love patios.
That's the vibe. Yeah.
If you also love patios, go ahead and listen to our episode with CityCast, because we talk about outdoor patio stuff.
Yes,
so
we will definitely link that in this description.
You know, just look to the bottom of this, you'll find it. But that is all, folks.
That's it.
If you like this episode, go ahead and send someone you like, so I can keep going to Target and spending this money. If you did not like this episode,
I need more lenses.
Yeah. If you did not like this episode,
it's all good.
You're going to hell.
Yeah,
so,
right. It tells us all we need to know.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. So I don't make the rules.
Tells us all we need to know. You know? But until next time, we will see you. Peace.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed that. Please follow us on all social media at 77 Flavors Shy. And if you have any ideas and things you want to learn about, please email us at media@77flavorsshy.com.
Yeah, and if you could, also head on over to our YouTube channel, same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, and give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a good rating there. Make some comments.
Only
Go ahead and
if you
subscribe.
like it.
We love y'all. See you next week.